Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Poopin' Off podcast. Last week was Poopin' Off. I'm Tyler.
And I'm tired.
Okay, that works. I'm tired too. Yeah, we're both tired.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
I didn't go to. I was gonna say I didn't go to sleep until like 4 last night because I just couldn't. So I feel like people who are hungover because like they sleep awful. Um. So yeah, I'm in a sleep hangover. If I
Oh,
do say that.
okay. I got you. This is actually a good segue for me because I got my flu shot on Friday, and my God, trying to go to sleep was a pain because when you get the flu shot, or not the flu shot, sorry, the
The
vaccine.
COVID shot.
Yeah, why'd I call it a flu shot? Oh my God, I definitely am tired. Yeah, I got the vaccine on Friday. Sorry, people. And yeah, when you get the shot, your arm hurts like really bad the next day. At least for me, it did. Some people, I don't know, it affects differently, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass trying to sleep on one side only. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting the vaccine because it's good to do that.
That's also a good segue to mention something. Have you seen the Hangover movies by chance?
Yeah, I love the Hangover movies. I'm one of the few people that actually
Okay,
loves all three of
that
them.
that's something I wanted to talk about.
Hmm.
I feel like the Hangover trilogy is one of the most underrated trilogies because like I feel like it's every movie is enjoyable. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people just think the first one is, but I think the whole trilogy is good.
Hmm.
Um, which one did you say was your favorite again? Was it the first one?
Yeah, I would definitely say the first one, and I mean, I like 2 and 3. Probably about the same as each other. But they're both very good if you ask me. Like, I totally understand, the complaints people have, but I've said this before in other videos. Like, I never understood the complaint of like, oh, people didn't like the second movie because it was the same thing as the first movie. So in the third movie, they do something totally different, but everybody still complained about it because it was different. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it um funny enough, it makes an odd answer, but the second one's my favorite, I think.
Okay.
Um I well, the other day I bought a crap ton of I did it again. I bought a crap ton more Blu-rays, and
Oh
I'll tell you
God.
which ones I bought. But one of them was the first Hangover because I owned the third one and the second one, but I didn't own the first. So I rebought the first one. But
Hmm.
um, I do think that the second one is my favorite. I don't know what about it I like more. I think it's just like the stuff that happens to them. I think is a lot more entertaining, and like the stuff to do is a lot more like funny. I think than the
Yeah.
second one. I mean, than the first one. So I
Hmm.
think that's the only reason why. Because I mean, yeah, the second one is the same plot, but just different things happen and escalate to get to like that, ending.
Right.
So I do think the second one is my favorite. But the third one, I don't know. I just like how it just has this feeling that I just like, oh yeah, like you ever see those movies where it's like they just have like a tone or kind of feeling where it's kind of like you
Yeah.
just like it, you
Hmm.
know?
I
Okay,
know where you're
I
going
thought I
with
was the
it.
only one.
Yeah, because the third movie, I noticed this too. Like, I feel like you're feeling the exact same thing as I am. The third movie is totally a character piece about Alan, and the way they do
Hmm.
that, like they portray it throughout the movie, like him having to essentially grow up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Is really well done actually, and I love the ending where he's about to have his wedding and they all walk off and the music starts playing and it's really cool. And then you get a funny, mid-credit scene, which is hilarious. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful ending to the trilogy. Like I said, a lot of people shit on the second and third movie, but I'd say give them another chance. Like they're pretty solid.
Yeah, I think so too. I I know the first one is a lot of people's like favorite comedy, but I I don't think I feel like the first one to me it's not necessarily so funny. It's rather more it's like entertaining. Like oh my god, I can't believe you're doing all this. It's like
Yeah.
I enjoy it as like not really a comedy, more just like a crazy kind of like Project X for me. I don't know if
Hmm.
you've ever seen that.
Yes.
It kind of has the same feeling for me as I do with watching that one, which is again another movie that I know people hate on, but I like watching.
Yeah, I actually really like Project X, and you know what it is? I think about these movies in particular. I'm just a fan of like crazy, bizarre situations. Like for example, I
Yes.
always relate to the in Pulp Fiction the pawn shop sequence. Everybody know that scene. It's crazy as fuck.
Hmm.
But I love crazy shit like that, and the Hangover movies had plenty of crazy stuff in them. And I can see what you mean about liking the second movie maybe more because if you ask me, I think the situations in the second movie are probably a little more bizarre than the first movie because they're in Bangkok, which is like nuts, and something goes down with a hooker. That's yeah, but yeah, that movie's
Yeah.
pretty
Oh
bizarre.
yes.
Yeah. And Project X had a lot of bizarreness in it too. So I think I just sort of like that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Although I mean, I totally see why like big, mature, older people, critics would not like it.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I don't think it's really, there's some movies where it's just they're not for certain people. Like
Yeah.
it's like every movie, obviously, like I feel like me and you pretty much give every movie a chance, regardless of how it's made, who made it.
Hmm.
We just take every movie as it is. But I know there's some people who just like automatically will see one like kind of type of movie, like, oh no, it's gonna be crap, and go in just trying to hate it.
Right.
But I think it's just, especially movies like that, I think you just kind of just have to view them as they are, like just like crazy, just
Yes.
oh my god movies.
Hmm.
And that's what I think. I think we might need a little more of those, just kind of just like, because so many movies now, they're just either so grand or just super serious,
Hmm.
or you get movies that are just like so out, like over the top, like Fast and Furious, where it's like really. So I think we kind of need those like crazy ones, but they're kind of more like realistic, like in a way. Obviously, the movies, but I don't know. I just like those type of fun movies.
Yeah.
I hate using the word fun to describe movies because it's so kind of just like I
Generic.
don't know what the word to describe it is. It's just, yeah, and it
Hmm.
doesn't really like specify what I mean, but I guess that's just the perfect way to describe it. They're fun.
Yeah,
Um,
they're fun because they take you on
so
an adventure. You know what I mean? Like all these unexpected
mhm.
situations, these crazy situations, and it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? Oh, there's a tiger in the bathroom. Oh, they run into Mike Tyson. Oh, they're in the desert with a naked a naked dude. Like, yeah, it's just it's very great. Like I wish I came up with that movie. Like it's so clever and yeah, all the joke. There's plenty of me and my friends quote the first Hangover like all the time to each other because it's just so memorable. Like I remember, yeah, it came out in 2009, I think. So we were like 13 years old at the time, and yeah, that was funny as hell. Yeah, I mean, they should make more movies like that more often. I think. I kind of, I don't know if they should ever make a Hangover 4. Maybe it's a little, too much at that point. But they should do more
Yeah,
similar things to that, like crazy situation type movies. I don't know.
I mean there are road trip movies that which are kind of similar to that. Just people are just going from point A to point B,
Hmm.
um, and just different stuff occurs on the road. Um, but which I guess you could say the third movie kind of is a little bit because they're just traveling all these different things.
Yeah, that
Um,
one's definitely like a road trip kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, I would say that I think people should give it another chance without expecting some grand, better movie than the first one because
Hmm.
I think the whole trilogy is just good. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way because there's a lot of people I've talked to. They're just like, oh yeah, screw the second, third movie. I'm like, what? You guys are crazy. Just take, just enjoy them. Like I said, nothing's gonna live up to the first. Usually, in the case of trilogies or any movie series, usually the first movie is typically the best, whatever. But
Except for Iron Man, I think the third movie
yeah, there's exceptions
the
here and
best
there.
movie
Like
entirely.
like the original Spider-Man trilogy, Spider-Man 2 is the best one. There's exceptions here and there.
Oh,
But
I thought you
yeah,
were gonna say Spider-Man 3 was the best one.
oh, I mean, the best one to, I mean, for meme, in terms of meme quality, yes. But in terms of film quality, I'm gonna say Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I mean, Back to the Future 1's the best one, obviously in that trilogy. And by the way, have you watched that yet? I'm still waiting.
Okay. Here's the thing about that.
Okay.
So I have it's like I have bought so many movies that I'm like trying to keep track. Like I have like a backlog of just movies I have to get through first, and then Back to the Future is kind of it's coming up, but I've been trying to push through all the movies that I've been watched first, and then get to that one
Hmm.
because I have so many. So I mean, I'll talk about what I watched later on, but I mean, since you brought up meme quality, I guess I'll talk about all the movies I bought. I bought a lot. Um,
Okay. How many this time?
so on meme quality, I bought Attack of the Clones because that's one movie I don't have,
Okay.
unfortunately, because I know you hate Attack of the Clones.
Yep.
um, I bought Pacific Rim 2
Oh God.
because I own the first one. Although, you know what? I will say, I mean, I've only watched it once. I watched it in theaters when it came out. From what I haven't watched it in so long, but from what I remember, I did end up coming out being like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad." I just thought it was cool.
Okay. Hmm.
The original Willy Wonka,
Okay.
you know,
Love that movie.
Impractical Jokers, the movie.
All right.
Um, Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, the meme
Uh,
god. That is the meme god.
I bought the Grand Budapest Hotel because it was on Best Buy for $3 for some
Okay,
reason.
it's a good movie.
Which, yeah, it is. And because of you, I bought The Shape of Water.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll tell you how it is probably in like a year from now.
Yeah, once you catch up on all your other stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I also bought a shelf, another Blu-ray shelf, because I'm pretty much almost out of room on my first one.
Yep.
So I bought another one, and I was assembling it last night, but I started getting frustrated because there's these stupid screws and put it together, and like I couldn't figure out how to do it at first. But then I looked up a YouTube video and then figured it out. But I was already in bed, so I'm gonna do that after the podcast. But yeah, I have another shelf in the way, and I can put my brand new Funko Pop on it.
Nice.
Can you guess? Can you guess which one it was?
So you have a brand new pop. Is it like a new release? Maybe.
Maybe. Actually, no. I bought two. I bought two Funko Pops together.
Oh, you got two new pops that just came out, like new releases.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know they have Quicksilver from WandaVision. You know, Evan Peters. That one sold out like so fast on Funko Shop, like instantly. Like I remember it went live. And I got the email, and like a minute later, it was sold out. I was like trying to get one, and I added it to my cart, and it kept loading and loading. I'm like, dude, something's wrong. And I refreshed, it was sold out. I was like, damn it. And people are still waiting for it to restock. So I'm pretty sure it's not that one. Not Ralph Boner. What else came out recently? I'm trying to think. They're doing the Snyder Cut Pops, but I don't think those are in stores yet.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. One of them is something that you own. The other one is something pretty obvious.
One's obvious. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb. They released a whole bunch of new Deadpool ones. Is it one of those?
No, close.
Okay.
The one.
The one I own, it might be the new Deathstroke, maybe, or Selena.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I got the new Deathstroke.
He's badass. Yeah, I love him.
That's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you guess the other one? The other one's super obvious.
It's super obvious. Oh, duh. I mean, I haven't been to the stores in a few weeks, but obviously the Godzilla versus Kong. You probably bought the Godzilla with the flame, right?
Yes, the Heat Ray Godzilla one.
Yeah, of course. I knew it. I gotta get one of each. I gotta get a Godzilla, a Kong, and a Mecha Godzilla, because I don't know any of those guys like ever. So yeah, I gotta get one of each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna try to wait for because if you haven't Hot Topic, they're already handing out a Hot Patch for like later on this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna save it for to get the big like 10-inch Godzilla.
Oh my god.
And I went and they don't have it anymore. Like it was on the website earlier, but I went and checked again and it's gone. So that made me sad. And it's already reselling on Amazon for like $10 more, which sucks. But yeah, so maybe I might get the rest of the set possibly. But I don't know.
Dude, there's so many though. It's like, oh my god, there's like 5 of each character.
I know.
Like, I know my box lunch.
Because I don't know which Kong I'd get.
Yeah. The box lunch I go to, that's not crazy far away. There's only one that's sort of I can go to. That's like not a million miles away. They got a whole bunch of the Kong ones, but they didn't get any Godzilla for some reason. But they got all the Kong ones, including the 10-inch one. So if I stop by there one day, I'll pick up Kong. But I don't know if they're like doing that like on purpose. Like, okay, this week we have Kong. Next week we'll have Godzilla. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But they recently got all the Kongs. So I don't know if you have a box lunch near you. You might be able to get a 10-inch Godzilla there. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should definitely get a 10-inch though.
Yes.
That's perfect for you. I know it.
I know. Especially because I have a little something planned. So.
Yeah, I know. I already get what you're going for here. I'm like, all right, I know who's showing up. Okay. All right.
Although I don't know though, because I could just completely get rid of it and you'd be like, oh, it didn't show up. So.
Yeah, it could be one of those a swerve. Like I could expect it to show up, but it never does. Okay. Yeah,
it could be Mephisto.
Exactly. Mephisto. Yeah. Speaking of Mephisto, have you watched Falcon Winter Soldier, the last 2 episodes?
I kind of have a new idea. I feel like we should review the entire series at like the end. I don't know why. I feel like that'd be like
Yeah, I'm gonna take
just
that as a
dedicate like a whole
no.
podcast
I'm
to
gonna take that as a no. You haven't watched it yet.
it.
So let me guess. You were watching a lot of your other
Well,
movies, or you were busy?
okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I completely forgot about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not even gonna lie. Like I'm just
Dude.
I completely forgot about it. I was like, it was like last night, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about the show.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm not gonna like
And
spoil
I was
anything.
already asleep.
Did you see anything? Like, did you
Okay,
hear
okay.
anything?
I do know. Yeah, okay. Here's the three things I heard. The first thing is I did watch the hour compilation of just Demo dancing.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Okay.
I know the Dora Milaje show up at some point. I don't
Oh,
know what. I don't know what the context is, but I just know they show up at some point.
okay.
And I just saw one screen cap. I don't know the context, but there's blood on the shield, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So you could still watch it and feel the full effect. But dude, I'm telling you, episode 4 was miles better than like the first 3 episodes. Like I love the first 3 episodes, but episode 4 was like next
Okay,
level. I'm telling you, dude, it was
okay,
nuts. Like I cannot wait for you to watch it. Oh my
okay.
god. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So next week.
I will for sure. I will for sure watch it. I promise. Because especially because you say it's so good. Yeah, I'm going to be
Yes.
anticipating it. Because the problem is that like I haven't been like super invested in it. So like
Uh-huh.
I keep forgetting about it. But now that you're saying how good it is, now I'll be like, oh hell yeah, I gotta go watch it.
All right, guys. For those of you listening, next week we will be reviewing episodes 3, 4, and 5, and then the week after we will do the finale. Hopefully, Aaron can, live up to that. I hope. Yes,
Yeah. So we
yes,
got to build up to the finale.
yes. But episode 4, man. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, man, it's starting to get like really hot. Like, oh my god, I cannot wait to see how it all wraps up. It's kind of insane right now. But yeah, have you been watching any other? I mean, you mentioned you bought a bunch of movies. Have you been watching anything new?
Yes, I watched. Um, there's this movie with Tom Hanks in it called News of the World,
Mm-hmm.
which I watched. It's kind of like a Western type of thing.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good. It's like a Western road trip movie. Like it's just him and this girl, like riding like across the country for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
on their little horse, and just like they keep getting into like different types of mayhem and different crazy things going on. But it's a great movie. I'd probably give it an A minus.
Oh, okay.
I'd recommend it. I bought in the Blu-ray because my grandma wanted to watch it, and like it's only available right now for like the home video $20 release. So I was like, if I instead of paying $20 to watch it, I might as well just pay $20, but on the Blu-ray.
Right.
So that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched this other movie, Marceline Marlene, which was I told you the one that was like Elizabeth Olsen's first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty disappointed by it. Not gonna lie, because like it seemed like it's going to be like this big psychological kind of like crazy drama about like the effects of cults and stuff, but it just the whole movie feels like a Family Guy episode where it just keeps kind of like back to like flashbacks every couple seconds, and it gets so boring and annoying, and like there's only like 2 actually really good scenes, and like that's about it. So I don't know, just oh my god, and the ending was pretty stupid. So that was just a big disappointment for me.
Okay.
And let's see, what else did I watch? I watched season 2 of Funko Street.
Oh, really? Because I was talking about that last week.
Yeah, I rewatched season 8, and now I just want to rewatch the whole series again.
Oh, nice. That's funny. Yeah, for
Yeah,
those of you listening, check out Funko Street, man. Never forget.
yeah, never forget.
Oh,
And it
that's
just
nice.
made it. Just, am I allowed to talk about spoilers for Funko Street?
I mean, for all 2 people that have watched it, which is you and me, I mean, sure, because we're probably the only ones still on this podcast right now. Everyone's tuned out by now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can say whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, it made me miss Travis and the dude. Like I want them back. I wish we had a little more.
Yeah.
But I mean, they died with the reasons. But it just, man, I just it just reminded me of like those days I was like hyping up brand new seasons and stuff, and it was so cool.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to get up expectations, but you never say never for anything. There's such things as flashbacks, there's such things as whatever. Like, never say never. You might see something someday again. Like, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, but I'm glad you rewatch it. That's very humbling. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I do miss making that show. Like, it was a fun experience, but I sort of burnt myself out when I made things too fast, and I have all my reasons I finished it, but yeah, I really like that you know rewatch it. That's very nice of you. And I will be doing the same for your show, of course. And I'm very anticipating that. Very much anticipating it. Um,
Yeah, I still watch the commentaries too. Like even though I know what you say millions of times.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's one of my favorite things too. Is like once it's all done, you can sit down and talk about it, and it's just really cool. Like you can talk about the making of, and
Hmm.
oh, I stubbed my toe when
Hmm.
I took this picture, and all this stuff. So yeah, it's fun. It's definitely I recommend anybody try making their own stop motion or something or anything. It's cool. You get to be creative. Um,
Hmm.
but anyways,
And I started
go ahead.
on topic of like still new stuff that we've been doing. Well, I ordered this Kingdom Hearts box set. It has every single game in it, and I started playing the first game.
Oh,
And
okay.
man, I love it.
Yeah, my friend Rob is a
Um,
huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Huge.
yeah, you gotta bring Rob on the podcast one day. I feel like you like everything we talk about. You're like, oh yeah, Rob likes that. Oh yeah, Rob thinks that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about that actually. I should put one of my friends on here. That'd be interesting. We got to get. By the way, I keep forgetting about this. We got to get my good friend Tony Stark on here. I mentioned a couple weeks ago I want to have him as a guest, but it's never. I keep forgetting to like ask him when he's available. I'm gonna message him after this. He's probably listening, hopefully. But yeah, he will probably have a lot to talk about because he's a nerd like us when it comes to Blu-rays and stuff. And he's really into. By the way, if you've ever watched his videos, he's really into the the technical aspects of Blu-rays, like 4Ks, like the picture quality and all that shit. Like he explained to me why the Terminator 2 4K sucks, and I didn't understand why, but he sort of explained it to me. Yeah, like we can talk to him about Blu-rays and shit like that, which is cool. So I'm gonna get him
I
on
can
here.
already see it. It's just gonna be like a random day, and then all of a sudden, someone's gonna start the podcast and be like, "Hey guys, the podcast for this is technically garbage. Why are you guys listening?"
Yeah, there's no Dolby Atmos. Like it's just the Zoom format. There's no Dolby, so this is bullshit. There's no picture. Yeah, it's. I mean, who knows? This will probably be video form at some point, which will be funny. But yeah, we'll get him on here, and hopefully, maybe if anybody else listening to this, please leave some comments. Like, I'd like to see feedback.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say, yeah, that's the thing. Like we get like at least about 80 to 100 viewers, but we get like just comments from him. So it's
Hmm.
like where's the comments? We got to get some comments.
Yeah, I was waiting for
Although I've
cat
been pretty
drums.
hyped.
Oh, hyped about what?
Yeah, I've been pretty hyped because well recently my YouTube stuff hasn't been doing too bad numbers wise, and it's like dang, like
Oh, nice.
I yeah, like I feel like you with how much like how good you're doing. That one Steelers thing I did has already like 3,000 views, which I know isn't a lot, but like that's like that's like one of your videos, and I was like, oh whoa, like it's just like I guess I know how you feel now, where it's like dang, like even like the little number just feels like so grand, and like you're doing something, like you just get so
Hmm.
happy about it, like oh yeah, like a lot of people watched it. Which what was your most popular video? Wasn't it a Chucky video?
Yeah,
how much was it? Was it like a million?
like the first big video I did was my Chucky collection, which has gotten even bigger since, obviously, because that was like 4 years ago. But and then I did the Cult of Chucky, the Blu-ray unboxing, which is just a regular unboxing. Like it's not a steelbook, it's not a fucking whatever. Like it's just a regular thing. And dude, it's got like 600 something thousand views. I don't know why. I have no clue why. It's like Chucky related. Like about a bunch of my Chucky videos get a lot of views. I don't know why. But I'm happy for that. Yeah, that's my
Mhm.
biggest one still. Yeah. Swear.
Um, so I guess on the same topic, I rewatched your Paris ranking video, right?
Oh yeah.
And I've been going down the list of like the best songs and stuff. So
Hmm.
far, my favorite has been St. Patrick.
Yes, I love that fucking song. Oh my god, it's a beautiful
Yeah,
song.
I
Hmm.
listened to it for the first time, and just that instrumental, just oh yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one was in the
Um,
video to spoil it. That one was second place, only by a hair. Only by a hair it was second place. Yes, yes. I'm glad
yeah,
you like them. That's cool. That's really yeah. I see your by the way your Steelers video.
I
Yeah,
want you.
3,300.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I want you to do more of like music stuff. I feel like that's like an underrated gem on your channel, all the music stuff. Because I feel like and like you could talk about music for so long. It's just super interesting. So I think you should do more music stuff.
Yeah, the only thing when it comes to music for me though, like I cannot play instruments. I don't know anything about, like music structure. Like I don't know anything about the making of. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like I'm in terms of
Exactly.
the
That's what makes it
technical
so
stuff.
cool. So you just
Yeah.
like
So like I
usually
can
just like a fan. So
yeah, I can just like rank the stuff, what I like the best. Like I ranked the Weeknd's albums and then I ranked the Paris albums and all their songs just because. I might want to do like ranking Avenged Sevenfold albums. I could do that one. That's an idea. But yeah, I could just basically rankings. I want to do the tier list thing though. Everybody does the tier list. I should probably start doing that. I don't know if people prefer though, like because the way I do it, I just hold the physical copies on camera and I just move them around and shit. I don't know if people prefer that or tier list, which is just obviously from the computer screen capture. But I don't know. I might want to try tier list also at some point because there's a lot of funny tier list people do. I don't know if you've seen those.
yeah, maybe because you're such a Paris fan, I think I might do is either on this podcast or do a whole video. I'll listen to like I'll do the same thing where I listen to every song and I kind of like tell you what I think. So it's be like a first time listener versus like a lifelong fan, kind of like the differences and comparisons. I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
You
And
know,
I
like what
yeah,
we think.
and I know you love Paramore quite a bit, and I only know like a handful of Paramore songs, so maybe I should
Mm.
do the same. Like, do you know Paramore's like for their albums? Do you listen to like all the songs, or do you only have like a few favorites?
No, I'm like about 95% of the songs I pretty much have on my like I
Okay.
downloaded and bought. Like I pretty much like a lot, like a majority of it.
Hmm.
But I mean it's easy, kind of like Paris, because there's only like a handful of albums.
Yeah.
I think it's only like five,
Hmm.
and usually they're only like about 10 songs. I know one is a little bit longer. It's like the self-titled one.
Okay.
Which by the way, I bought on CD recently. Like I went to Barnes and Noble the other day and they had like two CDs I didn't own, and I was like, well, I mean, I might
Nice.
as well own all the CDs. So I just bought I bought them, and I bought a CD case to keep them in my cars in case. Because I don't know, sometimes something about CDs that I like is the fact that it's like you can't skip it. I
Hmm.
feel like what I like about CDs is kind of like it just makes you listen throughout the whole thing, and I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes that has been ways that I've discovered new songs, that because people have a tendency to just kind of just go to the songs they like, skip it, and just do that. But I feel like
Hmm.
having the CD, it kind of makes you listen to the songs that you might have not listened to before, or like just like reminds you like, oh yeah, that song's good. I should keep listening to it more. And it kind of like it. You don't have to worry about skipping it if you don't like it or anything. You kind of just like you're just listening to it, and it just kind of builds like it fills up that time, whether say you're driving or just like you're doing something and you have it like your digital version in.
Yeah. Yeah, like the old days of like people keeping all their
Yeah, that's
CDs in their car, like in a case, like you
mm-hmm,
just flip through it and like which CD we gonna listen to
mm-hmm.
on the road? Yeah, like those old times. But if you want the ultimate though, like you can't skip a track. You got to go vinyl, obviously, because you can't put a vinyl on shuffle.
Yeah.
That's the joke I always say.
Oh yeah.
How do I put this on shuffle? I got some news for you. Yeah, you can't skip anything on vinyl, which is funny. I mean, you could skip to the other side first if you really wanted to, but no, yeah, vinyl's the way to go if you want a
Although you can't,
complete
like, when
album.
you're starting it, you can put the needle on like a if you
Yeah.
know like the if you look at the grooves, you could put it on like a certain song.
Uh
So
huh.
I mean, you could if you wanted to,
You
but
could have
it's just complicated. You
precision
could scratch it.
accuracy. Yeah, precision accuracy on the grooves. Like I know where song 17 starts on this groove right here. Like I don't know. That's kind of I don't know. If people can like if they can actually like master that, that'd be pretty funny. Hmm.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was gonna mention too. I actually watched. I'm sure you've heard of it. You know that show Euphoria?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Zendaya, and actually A24 is a producer on that, which is really cool. Not the only producer. There's other companies that worked on it, but I'm still on HBO Max for a month. I've actually purchased a month just because I wanted to watch that. I heard so many good things about it, and my sister watched the whole thing, and she says, "Oh yeah, it's awesome." So I'm like, "All right." So I watched the first 2 episodes. It's only right now 8 episodes. They're like an hour each, and then they have like a 2-part special thing that came out, which is also it's basically like 2 more episodes, so it's like 10 episodes total. I watched the first 2 episodes just because I had a busy week. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing. But dude, it is so good. Oh my god, the cinematography is on point, and the acting is great. The everything about it's awesome. Like the music's cool as fuck. It's synthy as hell, and it's so cool. Like you should definitely check it out if you get a chance. I don't know if they released a Blu-ray of it, but I know it's on HBO Max. Obviously, it's an HBO thing. But I would definitely recommend that. It's really cool. Yeah.
Well, you know what else is on HBO Max?
Um.
Do you know what else is on HBO Max?
Godzilla versus Kong. Not the Star Wars Holiday Special. I don't know what else is on HBO Max.
Godzilla King of the Monsters. And I just want to bring that up because I want to remind everybody how much it sucks.
Oh yeah, we have to do that every week. It's mandatory. I forgot. Oh man, how could I forget? Yeah, guys, Godzilla King of Monsters sucks. It's terrible.
It sucks.
Yeah. Oh god, I probably will
Uh,
literally
it's
never watch that again.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? Besides, okay, I I think we hit the right demographic. I think we hit the right type of people because last week's episode was like the most downloaded episode in a while, the poo poo episode.
Oh really? Because they read
Yeah,
the
which
they
I thought
read
was funny enough.
because they read the title and like, oh man, we got to listen to that because I shit my pants. So okay, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was funny. Like of all episodes, the poo poo episode's the one that got the most views or
Yeah,
downloads. I mean,
it was the longest episode by a mile too. So maybe that had
yeah, it was
something to
like
do with
2 hours.
it. Yeah.
So maybe it showed up on more people's like recommendations.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, last week we talked about a whole bunch of different shit. Like I was surprised, like how many things we talked about. So especially like the latter half of the episode, we talked about a whole bunch of different things, like talking about haunted dolls and shit in my pants and concerts and like the high school videos. Remember I like that you put yours out too. By the way, that was a nice surprise. I like seeing that your the Star Wars one especially. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I've been trying to look. I have a lot more. Oh my god, like I got I got put into a news program like during literally my sophomore year. So like during that time, I just made a lot of cringy stuff, which got shown to thousands of people. And I feel like it'd be funny to see them, but I can't because I know someone like it's like I'd have to literally go into the school and like try to like dig through old files to find it, which I can't do because that's illegal. But I know there's some like I know there's some out there like I'd probably be able to find, but it'd just be like hours of digging through like certain things. And I I could ask the teacher of that class because he has the Twitter and I'd asked him something before, but I think I kind of burned my bridges and he won't answer my DMs anymore because one day I just randomly asked him, I was like, "Why don't you show your class Howard the Duck for real cinema for once?"
Oh my god.
And I think he blocked me after that. After I recommended Howard the Duck.
Wow.
So that's something. Yeah. What? You know what? Screw it. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever happened to you in school? I'll go first. So during my senior year, it was Halloween, and we were allowed to bring costumes. And I decided because it's my favorite thing, and I'm in a high school setting. I'd come dressed as Spider-Man. Well, I like an idiot. I ordered it online, and it was a skin tight, butt tight. You can see the bulge suit.
Oh no.
So I was like, I'd spent so much money on it already. I was like, it's probably not that bad. So like in my head, I was like, it's not that bad. So I went to school the next day, and oh my god, I even made an appearance on the news, like as one of the broadcasters, and it was not me behind a desk; it was me standing, and you just see the bull just like bam, just popped out, and I remember everyone just staring and going, "Oh my god, what am I looking at?" Because like I don't know if it was just the camera person, but they kind of had it more focused that way.
Oh my god.
And oh my god, it was so bad because I'm just like standing there. And first off, at the time I was a little chunky, so like everything's like popping out in the first place. And then the bulge is just like straight out there. And there were times I was walking and it was just like popped out there, and people were like, "Ooh, dude, nice bulge." And I was like, "Oh, that's like you can't even see it." And then I look back at it, you could really see it. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. That is I need the footage of that. It exists and I need to see it. That
I will
is so
send you a
funny.
picture later on. I promise.
Oh,
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I'll try to send it to you right now. But for now, just kind of, and I just want your live reaction. But
dude, this episode is gonna be called Spider-Bulge, and that's gonna be the thumbnail on Spotify. It's gonna be the thumbnail.
No, I'm never. No.
Oh no.
Okay, so tell your story. I'll try to look for this picture.
I mean, I'm glad something like that obviously would have to be, number one, like what you just said. I'm glad you could think of something that quick. And yes, that makes sense. But for me, I can't really think of one in particular. Like there's obviously moments throughout your life in school where it's like, oh, that was embarrassing, I mean, I automatically started thinking of middle school because for me, in my eyes, middle school is the most awkward time of your life. I don't know why. That's just a rule for me. Because anytime I think of middle school, I just think cringe. So let me think. Middle school. I mean, I remember one time I busted my ass. Like I was just running for some reason. I slipped and busted I ate shit on the ground like so bad. Like my knees were scabbed to hell. I don't know what happened. Like I was
Well, that's happened to me before.
Huh. Yeah. Like if you and it's everyone's
fact,
there looking at you. Yeah.
You can still see it. I have a scar on my forehead because I fell face flat on the cement, and my face slid across the cement. And I still have a scar on my forehead. You can see it, I think, in some videos, but it's like right in the top. There's like a little kind of bald little spot right there. Luckily, I try to cover it with hair, but it's there. Yeah.
Oh man. Damn, that sounds pretty brutal, actually. Oh my god, I thought I had it bad. All that really happened was I scraped my knee so bad, and everybody was looking at me like, "What the hell?"
What's funny about that story is that when it was in elementary school, and I was like running super fast on the cement. And the reason I stopped was because my cousin was going to school with me at the time, and I saw her, and I was like, "Oh hey!" And I wasn't paying attention. And I tripped on my shoelace and fell. And when it happened, she didn't do anything. She was like laughing, and you're all staring at me, and I was bleeding on the floor. And so then someone else had to come and help me, and I thought that was funny.
Wow. Geez, you weren't crying or anything either. Like that's elementary school.
Yeah, I didn't feel anything at first. It wasn't until afterward I started feeling the pain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even then, it wasn't like that bad. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been your adrenaline kicked in or something. Because like sometimes if you get extreme pain like that right away, like you won't feel it or something. Like I don't know. Because like I've heard stories about people getting stabbed and they're like, "Oh, we didn't feel it right. I didn't feel it right away because the adrenaline or something." It's like, "Oh, I got stabbed 5 times. I only felt one of them." It's like, "Whoa, that's crazy to think." Jesus. But I don't know. Embarrassing things in school. Like I remember the last day of freshman year in high school, I got hit in the face with a basketball, which was weird. Like we were in the gymnasium playing basketball with some kids, and one dude accidentally hit me in the face with a basketball. I thought that was pretty embarrassing. But I don't know. Like I thankfully I don't think I have anything crazy like a spider bulge. Like no.
$60. Yeah, I don't got any problems with money.
Oh yeah.
You don't remember? Yeah. Best part of that video.
Those videos were actually really fun to make. I mean, playing them in front of the class wasn't embarrassing. Like everybody's videos were cheesy. You know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be like that. That was the tone we were going for. You know what I mean? No, those weren't embarrassing in particular. Like it's kind of embarrassing for me to show those, I guess. But now that they've been out for a week, I really don't feel embarrassed. Like at first, I was kind of hesitating because like for a couple of years, I was like thinking, man, should I really upload these? I don't know. It might be embarrassing, but I'm totally fine with it. I think it's actually great content to put out there. Because they're 3 different videos and they all are totally different for each other, and They all have their moments, you know, Cat in the Hat, you know, people fighting over a water bottle, which is Dasani, and it's alcohol apparently. I don't know. And then the shopaholic stuff. I don't know. Those are just funny to make. I don't know. They're pretty cool. And by the way, I'm shocked that the music is allowed to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
I only had to mute one part actually. It was the beginning of the Cat in the Hat video, and it shows the title. It says Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. It's actually silent, but in the actual video, I put a little bit of a Beatles song right there. But the YouTube was like, "Oh no, you have to mute that, or else the video is going to be blocked worldwide." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's literally only like 5 seconds of a Beatles song, and they're like, "No, you have to mute it." I'm like, "Okay, Jesus." But the video is not monetized, unfortunately, because all the other music's in there. But thankfully, it can still be up. So yeah, I'm glad that worked out, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. By the way.
Yes. So there's nothing else high school wise that you want to bring up that might have been funny for the podcast, or middle school or elementary school, like any cool Tyler stories?
I mean, like anything, like just anything, or does that have to be embarrassing stuff?
Just anything that could be funny pop, perhaps. Like, I don't know.
I mean, oh God, you know the Boys and Girls Club, right? They have those everywhere, I believe, right? Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
So my elementary school, it's like, you know what it is, right? It's like an after school thing. You go there, you hang out with kids, and
Oh,
play
okay,
sports and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, like it's like a after school sort of thing. So there at my elementary school, they have a Boys and Girls Club attached to it, sort of. It's like in the back part of the school. Like it's its own building. It's separate from the school, but you can literally walk to it from the school. So like most kids after school would go there, and then their parents would pick them up whatever time of the day later. You know, if it's
Mhm,
basically like if your parents couldn't get you after school for whatever reason, you could go there,
mhm.
and then they can get you later, whatever. Or if they just wanted to do extracurricular shit, like, you know. So I met a lot of my friends, still to this day, you know, that I know at the Boys and Girls Club, and I went there from third grade all the way to sixth grade, which was the first year of middle school. I was getting a little too old for it at that point, I guess. But man, I got a lot of memories there, man. We used to put fart bombs in there. We used to freaking do
Oh
Bloody
man.
Mary. Dude, the funniest shit at that place. So there was the snack room in the Boys and Girls Club. It's sort of like a dining area or whatever, and they had two bathrooms in there, one for the boys, one for the girls. And they had these
Mhm,
doors that you know swung open. These big wooden doors that would swing open. You could
mhm.
literally lock somebody in from the outside. Like you could put them in the bathroom, shut the door, and then like hold the door, like put pressure on the door so they can't get out. Dude, they ever since
Yeah.
then they removed the doors. It's so funny. I always tell people we used to lock people in there and do Bloody Mary. It was so messed up.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the same thing happened at my elementary school. We used to have this little bathroom. It was like there was no lights in there, and it was just super filthy. And just I think because of that, no one went in, and everyone said it's because Bloody Mary happened. And I think one kid even went in and was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I saw it." So like everyone was just like, "No, no, we're never going in there."
Yeah, but dude, I'm thinking back though, like it's such a different era nowadays. Because like, dude, you couldn't do that nowadays. Because like that, this is back in the 2000s. So like, we would
Yeah.
literally only the guys did this, by the way. The girls don't do this shit. So we used to like bully the fuck out of each other. We all just throw each other in the bathroom. One asshole would
Oh
be
no.
outside holding the door shut, and then one other asshole would be in the room in the bathroom, turn the light switch off, and start singing Bloody Mary. And dude, we would lock each other in there for like I feel like it was an hour or something crazy like that. And dude, the counselors did
I found
nothing.
it.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice. Oh my
Okay,
god.
so I purposely paused it like the moment where I'm like kind of turning, so you can really see the full effect. All right,
We
hold on. Okay, continue your story, and I'll send it to you.
Dude, we need this footage. You need to upload this. You need to do it.
I can't. I can't. Plus, it literally says the school I went to, so I literally can't.
I mean, you can edit around it. You could cover it up. The bulge, I mean. No, no. Yeah, man, we used
Oh
to do all kinds of
Jesus.
juvenile shit at Boys and Girls Club. We used to, like I said, we used to do fart bombs in the bathroom. It would stink up the whole place. We used to skip. We would literally. They sometimes would set up the carnival at a nearby church. I don't know if they do that in
Oh
California. Like they have the carnivals that
yeah,
go on the
they
road.
have road carnivals. Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. So there was a church also nearby in the same area, and they would set up a carnival there. Dude, we would literally skip Boys and Girls Club. We would leave the premises, little kids, and we would go to the carnival. And man, we would get in trouble, and we used to draw little comic books with curse words in them. By the way, Boys and Girls Club was the first place where I heard all kinds of curse words. Like I was in third grade when I first went there. I remember this. The first day I went to Boys and Girls Club, I heard people saying "fuck," "shit," everything. Like I heard kids swearing up a storm. I was like, "What the hell?" That's where I started cursing, and
Funny enough. Speaking of cursing, it was I think. Uh, okay, so I don't. Obviously, parents tell their kids not to cuss because it's bad, right?
yeah,
So I kept that mindset like pretty much until high school.
okay,
I think I was just good, but okay, so like in middle school, like in elementary school, like people literally try to like bet money, like I bet you can't get him to cuss because I just would not. Like, and what happened was someone was like, "Hey, that dude's like a bastard over there," and I was like, "What's that mean?" He's like, "Oh, it's like not like a bad word. It just means like he's stupid." And I was like, "Oh, bastard," and they're like, "Oh my god, he said it! He said it! Oh my god!" And I was like, "No, no, no! You tricked me! I didn't know." Like I thought I was like gonna go like to hell or something because of it.
well,
And then I didn't start just like saying it casually until like I got to like eighth grade freshman year, and then I was like, okay, it's
yeah.
not that bad.
Well, to your point, I feel like bastard is like the least used curse word. Like it's such a funny word too. Like it's so unique.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people don't say bastard that much, but I find it funny. Uh,
Mhm.
that's funny though that you didn't say it for that long. Yeah, like I said, for me it was third grade, which is pretty bad. What
Oh,
is that, like 8 years
jeez.
old? Yeah, dude. We were saying all kinds of stuff, dude. We used to draw little comic books, like all of us, my little group of friends. We would draw little comic books. We would write curse words in them. I remember one time one of the counselors found one of my like comics and had curse words in it. Dude, they called my parents in. I got in trouble, and they
Oh
read the
no.
comic, and dude, I got grounded. It was so bad. That was the first time I ever got in trouble in my life. My parents were like, "Oh my god, I thought he was a good boy." Like when I was little, I never ever got in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
even even to this day, I never got in trouble really, like ever in my life that much. But that was like the first time I ever really got in trouble, and I was so scared, dude. Like I remember they called my parents, and when they were coming, I was so nervous. And they took the comic book and read it. I can't remember what I wrote, but it had cursing in it. And man, my dad looked so ashamed of me. I was like, oh god.
I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone like even I don't know how, but even in kindergarten, like there were books and stuff that would have peepees in it. But I mean,
Dude,
uh,
that reminds me. Hey, did you ever take health class? Like there was like a health class in middle school I had.
yeah,
Dude,
yes,
the
yes.
health class, there was always drawings in the books. Always drawings. Oh my god, the worst drawings.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Okay,
that
so okay,
yeah, go ahead.
I sent you the picture by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna check it right now. Let's get my reaction to this. All right, it's pulling up the email. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my
Oh,
god, dude.
I walked around school all day like that.
So, did the whole school see this on the
Yes, it was on
dude,
the news,
I'm so done.
and not on Halloween Day. It was like 5 days later it aired.
Dude, what? How big is your school, by the way? Do you have like it's a big high school?
Yeah, it's odd because I know a lot of people have like this, the classic indoor schools. Mine was an outdoor school, so like
Uh-huh.
everything like there was like little buildings where like for certain like classes, in
Mhm.
like a little hallway, but it was pretty much outside. But it's a big school,
Dude,
so like
that
thousands.
Dude, it's so like everyone listening, I wish you could see this picture. I'm gonna be nice and not spread it. I'm gonna keep it to myself. But man, this is classic right here. Oh my god. And the worst part is the Beatles are all looking you like they're all looking at you like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
we had this thing where like we would try to on certain days we'd have someone who both would both shout out someone on Instagram and then
Mm,
talk about like different facts of history stuff that happened that day. And then they happen to ask me. I think they purposely did it just so they can troll me, but yeah.
oh my god. Yeah, so Aaron's standing next to a TV showing the Beatles, and Beatles is spelled wrong, by the way, which is what I noticed. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're all staring at Aaron like, what the fuck are you wearing? Dude, this is so funny. Oh my god. Dude, that is something. Do you still have that costume, by the way? I hope you do.
I have the mask,
What happened to the costume? Did you burn it?
basically.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh my god. Um, yeah, and that reminds me too. Speaking of drawings in the textbooks, so at my high school, dude. Sometimes they would vandalize the bathrooms. There was one time, the men's bathroom, by the cafeteria. I went in there, dude. When I tell you detailed, there was this detailed drawing in the stall of a woman spreading her legs open. Dude,
Oh no.
it was unreal how detailed this thing was. Yo, everybody was shocked when they saw it. It was crazy. They literally had to put caution tape in there while they removed it. It was like, dude, I wish I had a picture of
Whoa.
it. Yeah. And then there was another bathroom. Dude, I went in there and the whole place was covered in toilet paper. It literally looked like the bathroom was a mummy or something, like the entire bathroom. Like they TP'd the hell out of the entire bathroom. It was so bad. Man, I don't know. And the toilet paper was all wet. Like I don't know if it was pissed on. It was disgusting, dude. Like women's bathrooms, I'm assuming were nice and clean. Well, men just are savage. They just totally make everything disgusting, and I don't know. It's just
Yep.
so funny to me. Like I find bathroom humor just hilarious. Like anything related to that just cracks me up. Do you have any
Dude,
nasty like bathroom stories
hold
from
on.
your school?
What I do? Okay, I'm telling you this now. That might be the thumbnail right there that I send you.
Oh, you sent another one? Let me see.
That might be the thumbnail. So it's just a little tease.
Okay, let me see. I don't think I got a new email. Let me check. No, it's not in the spam. Let's see. Refresh. No, I don't think it went through yet.
It might not have, but
You could always
it's just like right above it.
Okay, let's see. Refresh. No, nothing yet.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Okay, let me see. Open.
Or something along the lines. What do you think? Like,
Oh my
it's
god,
just like
that could work. Or I was gonna say, just post like literally the picture of you standing there like that, but put something over the bulge. Like put a picture of, I don't know,
of you as Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. No, I was gonna say put Toby's face when he's holding the train in Spider-Man 2. That face he makes where it looks like he's farting. You could always put that there. I don't know. Yeah, you should definitely incorporate this into the thumbnail somehow. Dude, that bulge is legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you have any crazy bathroom stories or anything, anything like
besides
that?
Bloody Mary, I mean, not really. I mean, there was one time. Okay, I've never told anybody this, but there was one time I was in elementary. I was in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I went and used like the farthest bathroom at the school. Sorry, I sneezed.
Oh, bless
I
you.
tried not to blow your ear out, so I muted it for a second. But
Okay.
yeah. So I went to the farthest bathroom. I don't know why, but I think that was the only one that was open. And I had to take a dookie. So I went to the bathroom. I went and I did everything. It was a long, good one. It was a good one. And then I noticed something everyone's biggest fear. There was no toilet paper.
Oh, great.
And I was in the farthest bathroom that no one goes to. I didn't have a phone, so I was stuck there with no toilet paper. Like, literally, I sat there, I think, even as the class started. And then luckily, one kid came in, and I was like, oh my God, go get some toilet paper. And he's like, okay. Because I heard him open the door, and he never came back.
Oh my god.
So I was literally there throughout like most of the class. I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I did. I got on my hands and knees, my pants down. I crawled underneath into the next stall, and that had toilet paper, and that's what I used.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And yeah, I went Call of Duty for the duty.
So you were afraid if you stepped out of the stall and walked to the next one, somebody would walk in and see you. So you had to
Yeah,
crawl.
I mean, not likely, but I mean, I was just worried that my I already was. Yeah, basically.
That's funny. Yeah, somebody walks in on you, you're just, oh man, ugh. Jesus, that's like your worst nightmare. No toilet paper.
Also, there was this one crazy thing that happened.
Huh?
It was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
There was this girl in there, and she was like one of the more popular ones, I guess. Even though it's not really, it's like it's 3rd grade. It doesn't really matter. There's no really such thing. But she was like the one that everyone was friends with. And one day, I was walking by her seat, and I was like, "Wait, what is that?" It was from her seat, and everyone was just like busy doing something. I was like, "What the hell? Like, what is that? And I almost came close to touching it, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna touch her. I'm just gonna go ask her.
Mhm.
And she was like in the middle of talking to everybody. Like everyone was like it was like this big group. And I was like, what's that on your seat? And she's like, what? And I was like, what is that on your seat? And she's like, and she wouldn't answer. So I told the teacher, and the teacher was like, oh my God, is that pee?
Oh,
And
what?
it was a big puddle of pee.
What?
And there was pee on the seat. She must have peed the seat. I don't know. But I almost came close to touching it. And from that day, like, they were so mad because, like, you know, once someone is like kind of more popular, like if you do something to someone, everyone's gonna not like you. So everyone didn't like me because I snitched that there was pee on the seat. And that was something I just thought was funny that I almost touched it. But yeah, there was a lot of pee. Like it was like a big puddle, and I thought it was funny. And yeah,
Wait, so
that was something.
she did that, but she was hoping nobody would notice? Is that what it is? Like she obviously knew she did it, right?
Yes, yeah, they're hoping no one would notice, or like I think she even tried saying, "Oh yeah, no, it was apple juice," and I was like, "No, it's not. It smells disgusting." Like
Yeah, I was gonna say
like,
that,
right
dude.
there.
Yeah, the smell is a dead giveaway. Like, if you didn't snitch, somebody else would have snitched. Like, come on, dude, somebody would have noticed. Like you said, it was a puddle. Yeah, man. Like that's gonna stink up the room. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
a lot of people disliked me in third grade because of that one story because I snitched on the pee.
Wow. Oh my God. She
That was
peed her
something.
pants in the class.
Yeah,
That's interesting. Jesus.
yeah, and it
Wow.
was a big puddle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and also there was one time where we had it was like obviously like these days if you like ask someone who's older they'd be like I don't want to do that, but at the time there's a thing where if you like if you were good then you got to like raise your clip up to like a good like each kid in the class had their own name on this like little like color sheet, and like it went from like the very bottom was like red, like you get detention, and it goes all the way up to like yellow, and that was like good.
right.
And each day we started in the middle, and if you did good you got to the top and you got like a prize. And my prize was I got to show and tell something to the class, and I I brought my big gigantic box of Pokemon cards one time,
Okay.
and I brought it, and I thought it was so cool, and I just like was showing everybody everything, like everybody cared, and one time I had lost, and like the next day I had like lost it, and I was like, "Where'd the box go?" Because I couldn't find it. And it turned out I had left it on a seat, but I was sad because I think I opened it and my favorite Pokemon card was gone. So yeah, that was like a sad story that like changed my life forever. Right
yeah,
there.
dude. Kids are ruthless back then. They would just steal your shit. Like I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy at Boys and Girls Club. We would all bring our Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff. Dude, people get their stuff stolen all the time. Like it's not even funny. Like it's kind of messed up actually. Because nowadays those are probably worth a lot.
We used to gamble with Pokemon cards. Like we had marbles, and like we'd play marbles, and whoever won got like the deck of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that's
that
funny.
was something.
Yeah, it's like we're becoming little degenerate gamblers, little kids. Yeah, like but sometimes the counselors would even take away your stuff, which is kind of messed up because normally, certain days the counselors would be okay with you playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and then other days they were strict for no reason to be like, oh, we're taking this from you. Like, what the hell? Like it's like police brutality.
I don't know if this is like it at your school, but were like the nurses just like super mean and like not caring at your school by chance?
Nurses. I don't think we had I mean, if we had like if somebody got hurt, maybe there was like what do you call it? Like the place you go to if you get hurt. I never went there because I never got hurt. What's it called? The infirmary? Infirmary, right? Is that the right name?
Yeah.
I don't even know if we had. Did we have one of those? I don't even know. You had one of those there at your school?
Yeah, we had the one that was notorious. Basically, anytime someone would get hurt, you could be small or big, we would always just get sent back with just here's ice, get the hell out of my class, out of my thing. Basically, the nurse was like super mean.
Really?
And one time my sister had gotten a concussion at school, and she fell on like a really like cement thing, and she had went to the nurse, and the nurse was like, "Here's ice pack, go back to class."
Wow. Concussion, yeah, no big deal.
And that time I told you that I hit my face hard on the floor, I went to the nurse and I was like, I have this big thing, and like literally my face was like scraped up, like it looked unrecognizable. And she was like, okay, well, I'm on my lunch break right now, so you have to deal with it when I get back. Have the principal go talk to you.
What, dude?
And yeah,
What? This little kid like busted his face open, and you're more concerned about lunch. Wow, that's real nice.
so yeah, I went to crazy schools. Oh my god, I didn't. I okay. So there's this crazy story. Basically, I'll just say how it ends. My name is in a record with my photo and my address. It's some teacher's locker room just for spare keeping because of the story.
What?
Um, so it was in 8th grade. There was this program that everybody, well, besides like the kids who were in it, everyone just didn't like it because a lot of the kids who were in it were super pretentious and thought they were super like cool and dope because of it.
Uh-huh.
And you know how middle school and like, especially with how the internet is, like everyone thinks that everything is cringy or stupid, or like everyone tries to be edgy, you know?
Uh-huh.
So because it was so popular, obviously us as stupid loser middle school kids with nothing better going on, we purposely would just absolutely just like hate it. Like we like if they put up a poster, I know like friends of mine, they just go and rip it up, or they'd ask me to throw pickles on it because we had little pickles like we'd get from our lunch, and we're just like those annoying, edgy, like internet kid, like those stereotype kids you'd see on like the internet, where like you like, you know, try to be like cool and different. Like we thought, like, oh yeah, like popular is cringe, and you know, like mainstream is like you know.
Yeah.
I eventually got out of that once I started like once that what happened, what I'm about to tell you, I just stopped hanging out with them, and ever since then, like my life has been so much more positive and better.
Okay.
But at the time, I hung out with these kids, and they were super edgy, and their program, everyone hated them, and they had a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I had a YouTube channel, and I was in like I was in a call with two of them, and the main guy, who was like the super edgy, he was always just talking shit about everything. He was like hated everything. He was like such a negative person. But he was like, "Hey, let's go on the YouTube channel and like see what it is and like just like bomb it." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Hey, let's make an account together. Like, let's make a YouTube channel together, and it'll just be the three of us."
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll make it for you because I know how to do it." And he's like, "Okay, May, make it for me, please." So I had made the YouTube channel, and I was like, "Okay, here's a channel. What do you want with it?" He's like, "Okay, look." And he went on the classes, which the teacher owned the YouTube channel, and he went and left a bunch of comments, like they were bad.
Oh,
like
geez.
he told the teacher to kill herself.
Oh my god.
He was like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you. We hate you. Like we wish you'd die." Like stuff like that. And like I was like, "Oh my!" Like like as soon as that happened, I was like, I didn't say anything. I was just like, "I can't believe he's doing this. I wonder if he's gonna get caught or if he's gonna say something." And what's funny was at the time I worked in the office. Like there was this little class, and basically you got like cool things. But basically you go to the office and you hand out like notes and stuff. Like if they needed you to go deliver notes to classes, we'd go and do it. And I was in there at the time. And the next day I went in there. They were talking about it. Like it was like a big deal. I guess that had happened. And I went to like, I guess like people were just talking about it that day. But then the next day, like the teacher, like I guess that was like every teacher had to bring it up. Like I asked siblings who were there, and they were like, "Yeah, like they talk about it." Like, but basically the teacher there was like, "People are leaving like these crazy comments, and we're gonna try to find them and get rid of them because here's what they look like." And they pulled up the comments, like they'd screenshotted them and printed them out, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I was literally scared for like a week. Wow. And when it was like a couple of days later, the teacher went ahead and responded to the comments on the YouTube channel. Like they're like, "So who is this?" Like they're asking, and I was like, "Don't respond, don't respond." And what does he do?
Oh my god!
The main kid goes and responds, and he's like, shut the fuck up and stuff. Like we don't care. Like we can do whatever we want. We hate you. Go. Like he kept going on and on.
Jesus.
And like the teacher's like, "Okay, well, we're gonna find you and your address. We already reported this to police." And I was like, "Dude, this is like bad. Like we can get in serious trouble for this." especially you, because you're the one who typed it. And he's like, oh, it's fine. I don't care.
Dude.
And I told my cousin who was in that program at the time, I was like, dude, this is like, I was like, this is what happened. Like, I've even been bringing this into class. And then she was like, oh yeah, the teacher's like, every day has been like talking to us about it, trying to see if we can figure out who did it. Like it was you guys who did it. And I was like, well, I just made the account and happened to be in the call, but yeah, he was like doing this crazy stuff. I was just asking because I don't know if you like, if they were talking about it. And she was like, oh yeah. Well, my cousin who was in the class went after I told her and told the teacher that it was us. And she thought that when I said I made the account that I was the one who did it. So my cousin told the teacher that I was the one who made those comments.
Oh no.
So nothing happened, but I remember just every time I'd pass the class, I'd get a bad look. And I remember one day I had to go talk to that teacher for some reason over a field trip. And she's like, it was like months I passed by. And she's like, so what was that about the comments? Like, did you mean that? I was like, that wasn't me. Like, I just made the account. She's like, yeah, I was going to say, because we found out, like, after tracking, like, we found out that it was your account who made that. I was like, that was literally just my account. That was someone else who typed that comment. And they were like, okay, well, just to let you know, we gave your information because we don't believe you. We gave it over to the police.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I didn't like type any of those comments. That was someone else. And I just didn't care because I was like so mad. I was like, this was someone else who did. And I told him who it was. And they're like, okay, we're going to go talk to him then. And they went and talked to the dude. And he's like, I don't know. That wasn't me. That was him.
What?
He blamed it on me that I was the one who did it, even though it was him. And he's like, well, it's under your account, isn't it? And I was like, dude. So after that, nothing happened because I was like, well, I'm sorry for making the account. It wasn't me. Like, it was like, I had nothing to do with that. I just happened to be there to make the account. And she's like, okay. And I guess even to this day, like, I know people who went to the school, and even to this day, they're like, yeah, if you ask her, she still has the comments and your address pulled up, saved in a file because they thought you were going to come shoot up the school or something.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, dang. Like, so yeah, that's the reason why I'm apparently on that school's watch list because of some stupid kids. So if anybody's listening, the moral of the story is find good people to hang around with because if you get hooked up in the wrong crowd, you could end up like this. So it's not fun to be edgy. Just be positive.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, man. Once the police get involved, like, yeah, forget it. It's not worth it. Oh my God. Yo, do those comments still exist, by the way?
I don't think so. I think they got deleted.
Okay.
By YouTube. I know the channel's still up though. But man, it's such a crazy story. Like every time I tell people, they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that happened."
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I don't think anything as crazy has happened to you. I don't think so.
No, in terms of getting in trouble, no. Like probably, like I said, getting the comic books with the curse words in them, that's probably the worst. I mean, I had a couple of detentions in elementary school for, little things, nothing. Yeah, that's it. But Jesus Christ, nothing like that. That's crazy.
I know you're an AP.
Yeah. That was just my senior year. I was always in honors classes, but I was never like, super smart like that. Like I feel like I'm, generally smart, but I wasn't like, I mean, I got whatever grades. Like I had a 3-point whatever GPA. Like I wasn't like a 4.0, mastermind. So AP class I didn't do so great in. I just took it just to take it, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed making the videos. That was something I liked about it. But yeah, AP is pretty difficult. I mean, definitely AP literature. That was definitely the hardest class I ever took. We had to do a lot of writing, but the Cat in the Hat video, that was a nice relief. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Did you ever make any short videos? Like, I know you put up those other things on your channel, but did you ever have to do anything similar to that for a class?
Oh yeah, in my freshman year of class, I was in like a TV production class.
Yeah.
And basically we just like had to like make different video projects based on a certain topic. So I like made a lot of them. I'd have to ask for them. I don't think they'd be up, but I'd have to ask for them, which again, I don't think I can because I told the teacher about Howard the Duck, and I think that kind of put me on a blacklist from the end. So
yes.
So I don't know. Hopefully one day I can get them, but I'll just tell you this. One day we had to make a tutorial video. Like we had to be like the topic was like make a tutorial about something.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely like forgot about the project until like the night before. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna
Oh.
do? And I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do how to draw. So I grabbed a quick piece of paper that I had in my backpack, like some random pen I found in my garage. It was like a green marker.
Uh,
And I literally what I did, I drew out like a bubble, like like how like a number letter you can make it like look like a little like bubble. So it's like,
yeah.
how do I describe it? Where it's like, yeah, well, I did like how to draw the number 69.
Okay. How did that turn
And
out?
I what I do was I was like, okay, guys, this is gonna be how to draw. So I first I drew the 6, and then I did the 9, and
Mm-hmm.
then I did the bubble thing where I made it look like it was like big thing that could color in.
Yeah.
Um, and I colored it in with Napoleon Dynamite music playing over it. I edited it in like that night on my iPad,
Mm.
and I turned it in. He's like, okay, we're gonna be watching them a certain like we're gonna be watching them because at that point we had like only got them like graded just like privately,
Mm.
but we ended up having them screened as a surprise for the entire class.
Oh God.
So when mine came up, like at first it was like everyone's like, oh, just like in that class had like a lot of like older kids, like seniors were in there, like
Uh.
like I think I was the youngest like grade in that class. And then the 69 happens, and literally everyone just started like falling out of their seats laughing because it was just like I think teachers were in there watching, and the teacher who was playing it was just like he was like in shock, and I was just like there. I was like, yeah, it's my video.
Oh my
And they're
God.
like at the end of it, everyone was like, play it again, and
Oh,
they played it again. Um,
nice.
and I ended up getting an A+ for it. So
Oh, okay.
that was a crazy thing that happened. Yeah.
Oh, so that turned out good at least.
Um, yeah, so that was something. Um, but
Wow.
yeah, besides that, like I had more, but it'd be hard to find them. So I mean, if I
Right.
ever find them one day, I'll show you them. But
Mm-hmm.
that's like the one I can remember as being like the most crazy. And obviously, I've had stuff on the news, but I'd have to like deep dive and try to look for it, like how I did with the Spider-Man one. Um, so yeah, I definitely had a crazy experience in school. Would I do it again? No, I hate school, but
Yeah,
it
exactly.
happened.
Wow. By the way, I just
Oh
remembered this
man,
too. Like, in movies they have food fights in school. Man, I ever wonder, does that really happen in real life?
oh
Has there
yeah.
ever been like a crazy food fight? Like, did you ever see a food fight or no?
No, I mean like the closest I've come to that is maybe someone just grab a pizza and just throw it at one of their friends' faces and then just get mad, and that's about it.
Oh man, because me and my friends in middle school, we would be so obnoxious. We would sit down at lunch and just flick food at each other like assholes. Like we wouldn't get in, we wouldn't get extreme like that ever, but we would just be stupid as hell the whole time, just flicking food at each other. Yeah, like a mini food
Mm-hmm.
fight, just us. But nah, man, I'd love to see like a full out food fight in a cafeteria with hundreds of students throwing food. Like I know it's a waste of food, but it's so funny. Like it'd be like something out of a movie. I don't know. I just think that'd be fun to be a
Yeah.
part of. But if anyone is listening to this, have
Mm-hmm.
you ever seen a food fight go down? Because I'd love to know about it. Like if that's like a thing. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, my school experience was, I think, just a little bit more crazy than yours. Just a hair.
Yeah, the police stuff. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, for me, I had a crazy time at Boys and Girls Club, but that was different. That was after school. But in terms of actual being at school, no, nothing really crazy went down. But yeah, yours sounds a little more wild. So that's funny. Talking about school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best school movie like that like involves school in some way?
I mean, I consider Back to the Future like a high school movie, but there's not that much school in it really. I mean, actually, I take that back. There is a lot of the scenes in the high school. I mean, Dazed and Confused is like, well, that's more of like the last day of school, first day of summer kind of thing. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that's a good high school movie. Yeah, I'd probably say like one of those. Back to the Future is the best one, obviously, out of those three. But those are like, for me, when I think of high school movies, those are like the three that come to mind.
I would say Napoleon Dynamite because it's my favorite comedy. It's like my third favorite movie of all time, and it
Oh
like has
yeah,
a lot of high school stuff.
and Superbad. That's like a good. Yeah,
Oh right,
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So those, yeah, those kinds of comedies, I love those. I love high school comedies. Those are so funny. Yeah, Napoleon
Mhm.
Dynamite. I haven't watched that in a hot minute, but that movie's that movie's very unique. Yeah. So
So dang, we've been talking for a long time, huh?
yeah, I think we're at like an hour 15 ish, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
So is that where you'd like to end it off on
yeah,
our
yeah,
high
yeah.
school stuff?
We got our title, Spider-Bulge. We got our epic thumbnail, hopefully from you. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
So yeah, next week, like I said, hopefully you can watch some Falcon Winter Soldier. We'll talk about episodes 3, 4, and 5.
Mhm.
And then the week after we'll do the finale. So, and yes, I'm gonna try to get my friend Tony Stark on here at some point. I'm gonna message him. So yeah. Any other things you want to talk about real quick, or?
No, I think that covers that. Today's a good episode.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. All right, guys. So thanks for listening or watching, whichever. I'm Tyler.
I'm Aaron, and we just popped off like my bulge. Bye,
Yes.
everybody.
Oh my god. Oh boy. See you later.